Robbie's Little Town. Yeah, it's gallery.
I guess it's a try box, I guess.
That's Dickens Village. Dickensville.
Oh
Why is
yeah.
it Dickens? Why is it Dickens Village?
I don't know. That's just what they call it. I
Yeah, but
think
how
it's
is it?
Matt
This is
Lemmon. I think
is it
it's
a
Matt
set?
Lemmon.
Like, is it a set that all goes together?
Yeah, you have a lot to learn about ornamental porcelain Christmas houses.
All right, ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Football.
Yes, we
Speaking
are.
of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Evan, our field reporter who braved the typhoon, walk us through the day. What was the? I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I feel like we tried. So
I
yeah, walk us through.
Man, I had a great day. It was, being out in the rain. We had a great tailgate set up, great food, little potato soup, little hot cider. That's hard to beat. That's just like it's real football
Was that
Americana.
weather.
spiked cider?
There was an option you could toss Fireball in it if you want. They had it right there. I did both. I did both. Some at after the first round, I just wanted some good old cider.
Cider.
So, but soup, cider, couple brewskis. I was having an awesome day. Um, yeah, I'm battered and broken. That was a just rip your heart
Roller
out
coaster.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very reminiscent, Drake, to that 2017 Penn State game with Saquon Barkley, where you go up
Yeah.
with 2 minutes left and you're like, all right, defense, you can do like you've done this
Yeah.
before, just need to stop.
And it's harder
Yeah,
too. I mean, like a field goal is just not a lot. From
yeah,
E- Evan, from my angle, I mean, I feel like our defense wasn't even that bad. It was that one throw, and it barely got by the cornerback's arm or safety's arm, and like,
yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
it was a glove of a throw. I mean, like he put it right on the number. So,
dude, the air
um,
the air that went out of the stadium when he came
yeah,
down with that, it was. But yeah, that throw couldn't have been more perfect. That was just like a kind of a tip your cap
yeah,
moment.
that's how I felt. I was
Like
like, oh, well, yeah.
shit.
And you hope
Yeah.
that it was going to start storming or raining or something like that, but he peered that one.
Yeah, I know. These heartbreaking losses this year they're killing me, man. They're
It's
killing
kind
me.
of a what
But
if season, but I mean that's
it
all
is.
college football. That's all. It's always
And
has been. Yeah,
and my thought on it was that like 2 years ago, before Tim Lester got hired as the OC, I think as an Iowa fan, you were just like, get us back to close games, like when we play good teams. You know,
yeah.
we were getting our asses kicked because we just couldn't score points. And now we're kind of in a spot where it's like very obvious improvement. Like
It's just
you think back to playing like Michigan in the Big Ten championship, and it was like as soon as you're
yeah.
down 10, ball game. Like
Oh
there's
yeah. I went to that game fully knowing how we were going to lose, and that's what
right.
we did. But it was
Yeah.
fun. You know, you go to Big Ten championships when you can. That's Robbie Hines
Yep.
quote of the week. So
Yeah. And
you know, I it's hard because they're all close, but at the end of the day, it's like
you'd rather have this. And it feels like some of the Kinnick kind of magic kind of feels,
yeah.
I know it hasn't worked quite yet, but maybe the Penn
We're
State game, there was some of
but you
that.
know what? In terms of hope, in terms of program,
Yeah.
you know, I think if you look at a kid coming into the program, and Bob, be our naysayer here, but if you as a recruit, you look at these close, you're playing on a national stage, you're playing close games with really good teams. At least you're not getting your breaks blown off. So, but what do you think, Bob? I mean, like from a recruit perspective.
Yeah, kids want to play for winners. That's part of why it's so hard to crawl out of the bottom. I think it's a little less pressing these days now, though, just with
Money.
NIL. Naturally, kids also want to go to where people are going to pay them.
Yeah.
But Iowa does have a great track record of um, producing NFL players, whether it be linemen or tight ends. So that's why it's kind of been a recruiting hotbed there. I know they have a couple linemen this year that'll probably get drafted pretty high. So that's something I think recruits are looking at too.
Speaking of recruiting tight ends, somewhat breaking news. Iowa just got a 4-star. They beat out Miami and Tennessee for a tight end. Um, he's an Iowa kid, so you should beat him out, but it's still a big
Tied
one.
in you.
Yeah.
I think you were thinking about Miami, Ohio, and Middle Tennessee State.
Nope. Nope. I don't think that's not what this said. I'll usually those are the 2 stars we bring in and then like just put them in a ringer.
Development program.
Yeah.
Amen.
Cool. Well,
Bob, what was your watch of the week besides all that
Indiana with
Iowa
catch of the
game?
year. I mean,
That was insane.
Great
That was
catch,
nuts.
great drive. Some would say highest Mendoza drive. I know Drake went. Probably loved listening to the Gus Johnson calls in that game because he was full Gus.
In trouble! It's out! Touchdown! Wow! Oh, Mark Cooper! Unbelievable!
And that was mine. And then there was also a sneaky little game up north in a place where we're all going to be at in about a week and a half, where Wisconsin showed some fight and beat Washington. Just mucked it up just enough to get the win. I think their their leading passer was their punter.
Hunter, yeah.
So
hell yeah.
I don't know. Good to see them show some life before we get the chance to go up there and hopefully have a good experience. But
Wisconsin's got to be the sickos team of the year, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
After that, but
maybe Penn State though.
Yeah, you're probably right. Penn State's been, yeah.
I'm currently
about every one of their games.
I'm currently seeing for our game up in Madison, it's going to be 44 degrees. So
lower that.
That's already on the docket now.
Bring your bibs, baby. We'll see.
Yeah.
If we can keep the rain out, I'm fine. But that rain, Evan, I'm sure by the end of that game you were.
Oh, if I was at like a game that I didn't care about, like,
yeah,
fully into,
your home,
it would have been tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
What felt better? What shower felt better? Coming home from that game in the cold or coming home from Hinterland 2 or 3 years ago?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually. I think coming home from Hinterland, because there was no like bad vibes, there was no sadness to it.
It was also 3 days of 95-degree heat and no showers, just camping in the mud.
So. Yeah, no, it was more like I need to get clean rather than like I'm very cold. So yeah, I think the Hinterland, but it did feel great. It was necessary.
Yeah, I would say at the end of the day, or go for it, Rob.
Oh, I just had one more game.
Go for it.
UConn Duke. So we have a 4-loss Duke team that is going to compete for the ACC championship potentially if they win out. So there could be a possibility the ACC does not get a team in. It would be a 4-loss Duke team versus potentially a 1-loss JMU team for that final automatic qualifier.
So, oh yeah, because it's the four highest conference
five highest.
Five highest, yeah.
So and USF is currently in that spot. So
in the Big 12, obviously, they're going to have probably Texas Tech for sure, and then maybe one other, maybe, yeah.
But wow. Yeah, that's something to kind of.
That would be brutal for the ACC.
And they were the ones that did reject the 2 automatic bids that was proposed.
Yeah, I still think the Big 12 and the ACC should have thought a little harder about that. But the Big 12, I don't know. I mean, with Texas Tech and all the money they have, maybe they're in a better position going forward.
And I don't think BYU has any. Well, so here's the thing though is, and maybe 2 bids would be better, but yeah, Texas Tech just needs to be the best of maybe not as great competition, where the Big Ten, the SEC, you have to be close to the best of a step up of competition to make
Right.
I don't know which one's
You know
better.
what's you know what's interesting when we were just talking about Texas Tech and BYU is BYU to me is like the biggest sleeper NIL of all of them because their NIL pot is as big or small as they want it to be due to the church's role. And
Yeah, they got.
I mean they're one of the wealthiest organizations in the world, like right behind the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church isn't going to give Notre Dame
I wouldn't be
serious
surprised if they're
NIL.
ahead of the Catholic Church.
I mean, I know it's a lot. So at the end of the day, like I feel like BYU is willing. I feel like there's such a more of a direct pipeline to that being their university rather, where it, like compared to like a Notre Dame is not a direct
And
affiliate
they've
with.
done that with the basketball team to date. They do have the number one basketball recruit in the nation playing there now. So,
I think it's like it really does open up this interesting pipeline of like, I feel like Indiana sports right now is the same way where there's like they're using state funding to help. Isn't there like a bill that passed that's like to help enhance sports across the state of Indiana?
I think that's more like facilities and stuff for professional teams.
It's
Yeah.
not supposed to go direct to player.
Yeah, that's more their vision is they view the next 25 years, the Colts, the Fever, the Pacers as being major money.
I think at the end of the day,
the Big Ten championship game and those type of games come to Indy.
I think at the end of the day, though, you look at these things that are happening, and like I feel like it's always evolving, but like I hate to bring it back to college basketball here, but like I feel like last night watching your Euro superstar, you're like, is he really a college basketball player?
Which one?
Pedro Stakovic the third.
Okay, he's an American, so
Stojakovic?
Yeah, his dad's
Peja.
Yeah,
Peja used to be my favorite player in like NBA Live.
Okay, so
he's the one American out of that group.
Okay, but his dad is from across the seas, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Where did this Peja grow up? Did he spend his summers
player, right? For a long time? He was a Kings guy?
Yeah, he was a Kings guy, and then he won I think he maybe won a championship with the Mavericks.
I think you're right.
I think he was.
But anyway, I feel like we're so far away from our final form of what NIL is going to do to everything involving college sports, especially killing March Madness, in my opinion. But
what making the field so big? Yeah.
Well, not even that, but I was just saying because there's the top.
Oh, everyone's
all the cream.
Oh, I have a hard pushback on that argument. We've seen in the past couple of years the tournaments have been as competitive as
not last year.
Past couple
in the
years.
first round. In the first round,
the past couple of years, go back 5 years, or I guess like 7 years now. I mean, we've seen multiple number one seeds go down at this point.
That was early. That was early NIL. I feel like NIL's matured, and this year
we're still going to see
diversity.
I think we're still going to see it. So,
all right. Well, we'll see how it goes this year. Because last year we had like 2 upsets or something. I mean, it wasn't up.
Yeah,
there's a couple.
You kind of feel bad for like when Iowa played Robert Morris last week, and we took their best player in the offseason with Fulgaris, and just like kind of beat the shit out of them. And it's like you do kind of feel for a program that like they made the tournament last year, like looked pretty good, but. Yeah.
And real quick, and Robert Morris, not to be confused with
not
the megachurch guy,
the televangelist,
who just got actually arrested for child pornography or something like that. So
yep,
it's all full circle.
Back to the church conversation.
Well, back to just college football. I think we've digressed way off track, but all roads lead to Robert
This
Morris.
this is what
Um,
happens in crossover season. It's a big mishmash.
exactly. My brain melts. Ev Dog, any cleanup work or any games that you wanted to mention from last week before we go into the next one?
I think Bob covered most of them. Um, I'm Big Ten focused. Just like it was honestly good to see Rutgers get a win. I feel like Loxley might be in trouble after losing that one.
Got a
Um,
tough one this week.
yeah, he's got a tough one this week. I think the only thing saving him is he's still like recruiting pretty well, but I do feel like
That,
his
that freshman quarterback they have is a stud.
it's like you want to keep Malik around and maybe that's why he stays, but I do feel like he's got a fairly hot seat at this point. But that's all I got.
Bobby, I think it's your turn to open it up. Illinois football was resting, but now the beast is awoke and ready to go. What do you think this weekend?
Yeah, 14.5 point spread. So shows kind of there is a clear favorite. Should be a beautiful 70-degree sunny day. Excited to go.
Damn.
Yeah, Maryland's a team with
Who
athletic,
said
dynamic quarterback, but he is young. So
who said
interested to
global
see.
warming was a bad thing, 70-degree
Well, just
day in
level up this
November?
weekend, and then we got nice game next weekend. So, um, yeah, no, I'm excited for it. Get a chance to see them play again. Hopefully, get to 7-3. And I miss it, Kitty. But other than that, I don't really have any hard hitting analysis on it.
Yeah. Evan, you got any spy of the week? Any games you're excited for looking at the slate?
Um, did we want to start with Iowa and USC or did we want to go
Actually,
into that
yeah.
later?
I feel like we do need to tackle that one. What are your takeaways? I always thought I said if we beat Oregon, I thought this was going to be what takes us down, but we didn't beat Oregon, so here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting kind of can you get off the mat after an emotional game?
Come on, Dad, get up! Get up! You have to fight!
Hey, Bat Dad. I didn't hear no bell.
It seems like we're gonna bring the bad weather with us, and it's gonna be like Bob said, great weather back in the Midwest, and
Oh, I didn't know it was
it is
stormy.
supposed to
I
be
didn't
a
think it rained in Southern
downpour
California.
in sunny Southern California.
Hell
So
yeah.
should
Who
be about
said
an inch and
global
a half of rain.
warming was a bad thing?
So we're kind of bringing that bad weather with us. I mean, that's probably good for Iowa just with how high flying USC's offense is and how much they like. I mean, they have a good run game, but how much they can use those receivers as an advantage might be limited more so than it has been most of the year. And they're just not used to that weather down there. So
And we barely throw the ball, so it's our advantage, like
right.
it's
And
RB1.
honestly, Gronowski probably had some of the best throws of his season.
He did.
Like on
He had
that
some good ones.
on that almost game-winning drive, and earlier in the game too. So maybe he's comfortable throwing in the rain a little bit, but um, yeah, like I said, get off the mat game. Can you kind of get ready for this again? They're just going to try to run the ball because that's the strength versus weakness for their defense. And I think they got a shot, but I think it all is going to come down to like kind of their energy level because Kirk Ferentz has not done well going 2 time zones west. So it's just
He's not built for it out there. He was never built. He's a
yeah,
ham sandwich kind of guy. He's not a
yep,
even though he drives a Porsche, he's a salt of the earth man.
yep.
I
If
will say that run game comment you made is like we did get. I mean, I can't tell if it was just their running back looked like a dog. Like he was pushing the pile more
yeah,
often than not. So
yeah, I think in about the last 4 games, Moulton has been like a shoestring away from a long touchdown. So I think I could see that for him. One of the next 3 games. I don't know if it'll be this week, but obviously a play like that would be huge in a game like this. Yeah, I think it's just hard. if I was a non-biased bettor, it'd be hard to pick Iowa just because of everything
Yeah.
seems to kind of set up for them to lose this one. But
Do you know the line on
they've
that?
surprised me before.
6.5.
Yeah,
It's all
6.5.
I'd take that for Iowa.
Yeah,
Um,
I just think it'll be interesting to see Iowa's DBs attack USC's passing attack after the bye week. Nebraska pretty well shut them down, so I would
Yeah.
probably list Iowa's defense as probably comparable to Nebraska's. So
Yeah. And aside from, I know it was downpouring against Oregon, but Dante Moore, I think he had before
and
that
they
last
they were
drive, I think
missing
he
their
had.
top two receivers and their tight end too.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah, I'm curious to see if kind of they can also shut out Mayava.
Yeah. Yeah. Those weapons on USC are no joke. I was watching a little bit of that game against Northwestern, and they kind of broke open in the second half. And but I think Iowa's got, they have good DBs, like you said, probably comparable DB wise to a team like Nebraska, and probably better run defense. So they could be positioned okay in that sense.
it'll be interesting to see. Evan, are you going to go to the Iowa bar or one of the 5 that are here in Denver?
Probably, yeah. We'll probably go
Yeah.
one
We
last
were
round
there.
at the JPP.
Yeah, it was packed. Like it was full
That place
to
is
the
great.
gills.
That place is
Yeah.
great. It's small but mighty.
Yeah, if you can get there, like it might be fun. We should try to link up there for a basketball game or something like that. I can take a divvy bike home too or something like that.
There you go. Yeah,
Uh
absolutely.
Rob Dog, what are your slimy lines of the week that you like? What are you eyeballing out there? I know there's that Bama game, but I don't want to lead you too much.
So nothing super big on the slimy lines in the big games. Notre Dame going to Pittsburgh could be an opportunity for. I mean, Pittsburgh has been playing well since they switched quarterbacks, so could be an opportunity to clip the Irish there. Yeah, Oklahoma, Bama. That's a big one.
Clipping the Irish sounds like a slur or something like.
Not quite.
Sounds like something our grandparents would say when they would run over an Irishman for being Irish.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Well, you may be a man, or you may be a leprechaun, but only one thing's for sure. You're in the wrong basement.
Sorry.
Well,
Go
anyways, yeah, Oklahoma, Bama. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Guys, chime in, but I don't have a ton of interest in watching that game. Curious to see if it's a defensive slugfest. I don't know. I just not seeing the big hype around it. Maybe.
I think it's more the name, the helmet.
Yeah.
It's like, and especially with Texas, Georgia, it's kind of like
That's another one.
This is why they brought Oklahoma and Texas in, is like for a weekend like this. Like these matchups are, helmet wise, pretty big time.
Pretty big time. Yeah, will be interesting to see. Yeah, probably looking at Texas and Oklahoma getting bounced from playoff consideration, but maybe not. Maybe we do see an upset. I have one more game to go through quick. Close to home for you guys. Air Force at UConn. I hadn't watched UConn all year. And they are 7-point favorites, but that Joe Fagnano, I watched him play against Duke, and he's got 25 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the season, and he's got 2,850 passing yards, which puts him at second in the FBS. So curious to see if he lights them up again, but just, wanted to give him a shout out because he's had a phenomenal season and kind of goes under the radar at UConn.
Yeah. And props to UConn. They're like one of the only Big East teams and they're independent in football, but they're one of the only Big East basketball programs that also has a football team, right? Is there
in terms of several of them have FCS programs.
Right.
But yeah,
But
in terms of
FBS.
actual FBS,
Did
yeah.
did Creighton ever have a FCS team or anything? Or they always
Yes,
been?
yeah, they did have a football team, but they haven't had one in decades.
But they wanted
Okay,
Owen Freeman to come there, so they decided,
they
well,
shut it down
Well, they had
in
to get him and Josh
anticipation.
Jakes on the same page first.
yeah, and Josh Diggs.
So one of them, I think, has a sick mom in the hospital in Omaha
Oh, really?
Oh,
from Council
interesting.
Bluffs. So
Yeah,
Too
you
bad.
feel like an asshole, don't you, Evan?
I didn't I didn't say
I,
anything.
I do think that played into the recruiting decision and how they both wound up there. But yeah, they met some bulldogs last night. That's for sure.
Yeah. uh, so
Oh, you
game
guys.
game day is at Pitt and Notre Dame, correct? Is that where they're going?
Time to go clip some Irish.
I don't know. That could be though.
I think it is. I think it's in Pittsburgh. Actually, like right there,
It's
right
bag.
downtown Pittsburgh.
But
Kind of
it's gonna be
you,
fun.
you would think the four-letter network would go to one of Oklahoma, Bama, or Texas, Georgia, but
Maybe
they've been there
they've
so many
already
times probably
been
this
to
year.
Bama this year, and they've already been to Norman this year.
It feels like they've been hitting that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, and then they actually stuck USC Iowa on Big Ten Network because,
Oh,
and guess who gets the big CBS game of the week?
mm,
Michigan State, Penn State. I think a combined one win
Battle
in
of the
Big Ten.
Winless. That's
That's
kind of a
the
sickos bowl.
Yeah.
sick puppy
They have
bowl.
that huge wooden trophy, like the land grant
The
trophy.
land grant, just a
Yeah.
block of wood.
Yeah.
We'll have to put an image of that one in.
I guess speaking of Michigan State, you saw they vacated all their wins from the last 2 years. So yeah, it's kind of wild that all this talk about Michigan since 2021 and big headline, Michigan State wins
Couple of
vacated.
recruiting
It's like
violations.
just a big billboard of Mel Tucker. It's like, oh God, he's still screwing them.
I didn't even know what the violations were. I had not previously heard
They
of
were
them.
like recruiting violations. I was like, I thought recruiting violations were like a thing of the past, but I guess not.
Kirk Ferentz did serve a 1-game suspension. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
Self-imposed last
For
year.
recruiting. Who did he
Self-imposed.
recruit? Which quarterback was it?
It was McNamara. It was Caden McNamara. Just all around not worth it. Yeah.
No.
Hey, how's Cade doing this year, by the way?
He, I
Is he
mean,
a Tennessee?
he's doing
what was
like, I think he's still starting, but
Tennessee Technical College.
Oh, I think Iowa just beat them out for a tight end recruit.
I think it's
That
East
sucks.
Tennessee State. East Tennessee
Oh
State.
yeah. All right, let's see how these boys are doing.
But in other minuscule, just tiny headline news, the U.S. penny is gone. They're no longer making pennies.
What?
It was a good
Oh
run.
my god, I'm gonna throw up. They got boat raced by Tennessee on September 6th, 72-17.
Makes room for a Trump coin.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need more.
I think those are all cryptos.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are all under the table. Jake McNamara, who
his brother's on the team too. Yeah, I think he's like splitting reps with his brother.
no, Cade's not even out there. Cade's not even on this passing report. So
Oh, maybe he's done.
maybe he's putting the headset on. Speaking of updates of the week, I got an up and a down of the week, kind of a news segment we're doing here. My up of the
Nice.
week is Catalina Crunch cereal.
Oh, I gotta try that stuff.
Whenever it's not good, but the thing on the back is pretty. It's got some good fiber, good protein, so it's good when you're just like you need to have as Evan does, is a scoop of granola. And my down of the week is DraftKings. DraftKings keeps on telling me, hey, first of all, I got like $36 in there that they're locking me out from. And they're like, hey, we got to identify you and we're working on this. And I'm like, okay, just identify me. But nobody gets back to me. So that's lose one of your best customers, I guess.
like I said, you gotta have money in there for them to care about you, and you can't go bankrupt in it.
Exactly.
Bob, are you doing this? Are you going to do the segment as well?
Yeah, everyone do the segment.
Yeah, I'll give me a sec to think about it, Evan.
His up of the week is clipping Irish people.
Is it what's it called? Win some, lose some, or up down?
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
Ups
Honoring our hometown bar that once was.
Right.
True story.
Ups. Probably Iowa only dropping one spot in the playoff rankings. Kind of fun. I mean, Bob, you might not like that. I think Illinois deserves to be, as close to that.
Keep winning and you'll keep moving up. But yeah, I mean, you lost a game by 3 points or 4 points. To the number 9 team. So
it's just been a while since Iowa's gotten, kind of any sort of national respect. So it's good to see, like, even though we're not winning all these games, that there's still some respect out there. Lose some
respect out there in the world. Damn it.
Lose some. I would say, dude, guys, it's still my traffic home from work. It is like, it said 30 minutes today and it was 50. And it was brutal. So
you got to figure that one out.
I think I'm just going to start not going.
Can you hop on the train? Is there a train option?
I'm sure there is.
Can you scooter down the Platte?
That would be fun.
Scooter down 25.
That would be fun. Yeah. But
Bob,
my up of the week, I'm gonna go with getting old. It is Dragon and I's 10-year high school reunion this weekend. So, due to the scheduling of the Maryland game, I might make the last hour of it. But yeah, getting old. It's not so bad, I guess, except for the aches and pains. My down of the week, definitely got to be snow. It snowed here this past weekend, and kind of brings on those.
You're talking
dark winter vibes.
You're talking to the wrong people about snow.
I know you guys love snow, but yeah, I'm more of a beach cat myself. So just kind of a bitter reminder that pool season is still 7-8 months away.
We see it right.
In Madison.
It's on a lake apparently.
We can all pile into the DoubleTree hot tub.
Bring a suit or lack of suit.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 a.m. pool sesh. Bob, we like the pool photo you got there, reminding you of good times.
Yeah. Good times.
But the other one I think we rounded out with is, I think it just, whoever's still locked in on this pod, thank you for making it this far. Can you share us a little bit?
Actually,
JJ Cowboy.
This is a great podcast to turn on for your dog to listen to.
Yes. Can you show us Dickens Village?
Yes, and I'll show you here's
Dickens Village because it's named Dickens.
No
explanation.
Less than 1 minute, guys. We're gonna end. It's all gonna end.
Got my train station.
Cribbis.
Got my nutcrackers.
Long and hard on this Crimbus present. I hope you like it.
Cribbis.
Oh boy, the ride.
Dun 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 dun. Menard snow. Oh yeah. No, keep the lights off. Maybe
he's going to a new city.
What's this town called?
Wow.
This is the North Pole. You got.
Ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!